When first becoming landlords, my wife was only 22 years old and I was 24 years old. Back then, we were young college students and both did not have much knowledge on how to be professional landlords. Now we are more seasoned, but looking back at our experiences, we wish we would have avoided some mistakes. It's my hope that each of you can avoid the mistakes we made as new landlords. This will help start your landlord career off on the right foot. In this video, I will go over 7 mistakes you will want to avoid as a new landlord. First off, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Biesinger Fire Journey channel. Thank you for being here. If you find today's video helpful, please subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Mistake number 1, not doing credit or background checks. Although you may be anxious to rent out your place, it is not worth rushing the screening process to find your first tenants. Not first checking each renter's background and credit history might result in a nightmare tenant. The correct thing to do is to go through a professional screening process. We did not conduct any credit or background checks when finding our first tenants for our first rental property. We completely relied on face screening when finding renters for 2 reasons. First, as mentioned at the beginning, we were only 22 and 24-year-old college students, and this was our first experience renting out a property. We had no experience or knowledge on the screening process and relied on our gut feeling only. Scary. Second, we were in the process of buying our second condo property and were in a little rush to rent out our first property. Before closing on our second property, we needed to provide leasing documents, rental deposit, and proof of first month rental income from our tenants to our lender in order to get a house loan. We were very fortunate enough to find good tenants our first time around, but we still consider not going through a formal screening process a huge mistake. You really never know a person during a short meetup and without any tenant screening. Now that we have a little more experience under our belts, we always conduct tenant screenings. We use both Zillow and Apartments.com to list our property for rent and send out screening applications. Signing up was straightforward and we just use their free services. The second mistake to avoid is not taking before and after pictures. After you have completely cleaned and have your property ready for renters, make sure to take lots of photos before your tenants move in. Make sure to properly document the condition of the property. This is so that you don't hear, "It was like that when I moved in." All the photos you take become evidence and will back you up in case there's a problem. Also remember to take lots of photos immediately after your tenants move out and return the keys to you. Check the condition of the property and inform them immediately after they move out if there are any issues. This way they will be less likely to dispute any damages they have caused to your property. You can then take out the appropriate repair costs from their deposit if there are damages. Mistake number 3, not treating it as a business. No matter your style of being a landlord, treat your property like a professional business. I still remember when my wife and I first became landlords. We just wanted to be cool and chill since we were at a similar age to our renters. Being 22 and 24 years old at the time, we even told those who came and looked at our property before choosing our renters that we were chill landlords. This is not good because it could have been taken the wrong way. Your renters could be thinking, "Oh, they're very chill and wouldn't mind if I'm late on my rent." We would also feel bad at the time and would have a difficult time saying no because we wanted to be nice. Don't be afraid to say no. We rented our first townhouse property to a newlywed couple. They were close to us in age and they were also very, very picky. They loved asking us to fix small things and even many times the contract would say it is their responsibility. For example, the main sink in the kitchen got clogged. Instead of having them fix it, I went over there, added some Drano, and it was fixed in minutes. Our lease agreement clearly said such problems are the responsibility of the tenants, not the landlord. We always wanted to be nice, so I would go and fix things. When they moved out, we noticed scrapes on our wall, floor, and some other small damages. We could have taken some part out of their initial deposit, but instead we just felt bad and wanted to be nice. Don't make our mistake, please. Instead, we just fixed it all on our own with our money and gave them the full deposit back. We really did not want to treat our rental property like a professional business at all. The good thing is that we have improved a lot since and will continue to improve moving forward. Mistake number 4, not transferring home insurance to landlord insurance. Our rental property at the beginning was a primary residential property. When first purchasing the property, we bought home insurance. We did not know that we needed to switch to landlord insurance. During the process of buying our third property, we talked with our insurance agent and realized we needed to switch to landlord insurance. One big advantage of having landlord insurance is having the option to have loss of rent coverage. in case renters are unable to pay rent. Having this additional coverage was only a little extra than regular landlord insurance, but was not expensive at all. Mistake number 5, not increasing rent when receiving tons of applications. After first posting our townhome for rent, we received a ton of interested people and applications. I mean tons. When the situation occurs, you can definitely make the decision to increase your rental price by a little bit. We had no idea. We also did not look at various resources to see the current rental price in the community at the time. We found out later on that we could have rented out our place for an additional $100 to $200 per month. Thinking about how much money we lost is a bit disheartening, but what's more important is that we're focusing on doing better moving forward. Mistake number 6, not raising rent when renewing lease. Many landlords are happy the rental properties are being stably rented out without thought of increasing rental price. You need to do your research to ensure that your rent is suitable for your area. If you have already rented out your property, but never increase the rent when the lease is renewed, then you're losing out on extra income. The market price has been increasing, but also the cost to make repairs. Periodically having small increases in rent will benefit you in the long run. You may think renters do not expect their rent to be raised, but in fact, many renters expect a small increase every year or so. It's also common to fear the tenant will move out and you will need to find new renters if there's a price increase. We've seen if you have good long-term tenants and you want them to continue to rent out your house, then you can rent them out for a little lower than the average market rental price. We wouldn't increase the rent too much, but instead just a little in order to keep them. Back with our first tenants, we did not do this and we kept the price the same, regardless of being under market value by a lot. Life is all about learning lessons though, am I right? Mistake number 7, not doing enough remodeling before renting out. During the first year we lived in our first property, or townhome, we did some remodeling and switched old appliances to new and expensive ones. As college students, we did not have much knowledge on how to remodel or rehab properties. I was also not a natural handyman at the time, so we did not have a ton of remodeling done before renting out our first property. Thinking back, we kind of regret not doing more remodeling since it would have let us rent at a higher price and would have added more value to the property. We understand every city and location is different. For us, we've been investing and sharing our experiences in Utah. Regardless of location, all of us landlords need to educate ourselves and establish contacts with other experienced landlords and related professionals. This is very important. After watching this video, you probably know more than the average new landlord. At least we hope you can avoid the mistakes that we made. I hope this video was helpful for you today. If you found this video helpful today, please subscribe and hit that like button. Stay tuned for more videos on personal finance and investing. See you next time.